let's talk about the pros and cons of moving to Ontario. Hi, my name's Jose. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX here in the Inland Empire in Southern California. And of course, if this is your first time to the channel, first of all, welcome. Really happy to have you here. In fact, be sure to hit the subscribe button right down over here. And also don't forget to hit the bell. This way you're notified of all upcoming videos where I talk about buying, selling, and of course, living here in the Inland Empire. Yeah, if you've ever been on the south side of Ontario, then most likely you've smelled those dairies. Fortunately though, it has gotten a little bit better over the last few years. I mean, many of the dairies that have been there and been in operation for years, many of them have left the area because of the city looking to do a lot of expanding. They're actually building a lot of new homes in the area. Those of you that remember that area 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago, you're probably going to notice a little bit of a difference. This one, honestly, it can be a little subjective, meaning what one person says, I don't like it, that's not very good. The next person could come in and say, works for me. I guess where I'm going with this one is that many of the more high demand areas of Ontario tend to be the newer neighborhoods. Most of those are going to be in either the north or the south side of the city, the center or the heart of Ontario. It is a little bit older, and the demand for those neighborhoods, it does tend to be a little bit lower. However, some of those older homes, they're actually really kind of neat. I mean, many of them are very historic and date as far back as the early 1900s. Yeah, if you can, I would definitely avoid Milliken Avenue, at least the section that's below the 10 freeway. And I'm not saying that because, it's a bad or dangerous area, not at all. I'm saying that because there are quite a few distribution warehouses down there, which means, yeah, lots of trucks. So if you're like me and you don't enjoy getting stuck behind a bunch of semi-trucks, then I'd probably avoid driving through here. Here in Ontario, honestly, you're pretty much right in the middle of everything. I mean, you can drive anywhere you want with the 10 and 60 freeway, both running east and west through the city. Also, you have right along the side of the city, you have the 15 freeway that goes north and south, taking you pretty much anywhere you want to go. And if you don't want to drive there, don't worry about it. And no, you don't have to drive all the way to LAX. You have the Ontario Airport right here. And speaking of proximity to everything, listen, there are people in other cities that drive a good distance to be able to find what they're looking for, meaning find something that they're looking for to purchase. Well, here in Ontario, yeah, you don't have to drive very far to do that. This wouldn't be complete without me bringing up the Ontario Mill Shopping Mall. There are over 190 stores inside that mall, and don't get me started on all the stores and restaurants that are on the outside of the mall. There's quite a bit to do here in Ontario, such as, for instance, you have the Toyota Arena, which is located right off the 10 freeway, and here they have a number of concerts. They also have a number of shows that go on here. It's also the host to a few different sports teams, such as the Ontario Reign hockey team, as well as the Ontario Fury soccer team. There's also Hamburger Mary's, which, well, they have locations all over the country. They're in Chicago, they're in Orlando, they're in Denver, they're in Houston, they're in Las Vegas. They have a number of locations as well as, right here in Ontario. If you've never been there, here's what I will say. According to their website, they offer a flamboyant dining experience with nightly entertainment ranging from drag shows to karaoke nights. And honestly, I routinely hear from people about how much fun they had there and also how good the food is too. And before I get to the next one, do me a favor, leave your thoughts on any of the pros and cons that I might have missed so far in the comments below. There's also the K1 Speed indoor go-karting experience, which is an absolute blast. I mean, if you've never tried it, it definitely is something you gotta at least give a shot at. And then lastly, I also don't want to forget about the Cucamonga Guasti Regional Park. This park is really cool. It's huge. It has fishing. It offers pedal boats. It has picnic areas. It has playgrounds for the kids, as well as a pool with some really cool water slides too. It definitely is a must for anyone. I have a link for all of their websites in the description section below for you. I kind of hit a little bit on this one earlier when I was talking about how the City of Ontario, they are doing a lot of expanding. They are putting a lot of new home communities on the south side of the city, especially if you look just south of East Riverside Drive. So yeah, if you are thinking about or maybe looking into purchasing a new build home, which by the way, after you finish this video, here's a great video that talks about buying new build homes. Yeah, this is an area that's probably very worth looking at. With all that said though, if you do have any questions still about the City of Ontario, or if maybe you're thinking about buying or selling a home here in Ontario, or honestly, anywhere in the Inland Empire, I have my contact information below. Be sure to give me a call or text. I'm always here to help.